What's up, storyteller? I'm Clark Rowanson, the Magic Engineer, and it's time to talk about magic. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the topics I actually covered in one of my live streams, so the format may be a little bit different than you're used to. I sure hope you still enjoy the content, and we're going to jump over to that right now. I don't think I have talked about this much on the channel before. It's something I talk about a lot when I'm giving presentations at conferences and stuff like that. And that is the inspiration and the seed crystal. I talked about the seed crystal a little bit, I think, in my video on how to create a magic system. So I'm just going to go over a bit of what I mean by that and why they're important. Because at the base level, like you need an idea, right? You need to have an idea for the magic system before you can really work on building the magic system. But I find this is true with a lot of things, and like our stories in general, and a lot of the stuff that I talk about with magic systems, I think can be applied in various places. But it's incredibly valuable to have that starting point and that North Star, that little piece that is the center of it, what everything is going to grow around. So I use the term seed crystal because crystals can't grow off of nothing. They have to grow off of a substrate. And in laboratories or however you say the word, they will put in little tiny specks of the desired materials in supersaturated solutions so that the crystals can then rapidly form large crystals in higher purity by providing the right seed crystal. And that's really what we want with anything, right? We want everything to be clicking into place really, really fast. We want large crystals, high purity, good product. And I suppose out of context that could sound bad. So YouTube, don't demonetize this. We're talking about magic systems, nothing else. And so when you don't have that point of inspiration, this is where I feel a lot of people get stuck. When they say, I don't know where to start, it's because they haven't found a seed crystal yet. You know, they'll say, I want a magic system, and that's all they've got. They might have one cool idea here, another cool idea there, but they don't know how to move forward. A lot of times that's from lacking a seed crystal. And what ideas and concepts people do come up with will often feel disjointed and random and sometimes directionless. So it's just a little bit here, a little bit there. I remember there was one author I was talking with at a conference, and the main thing he had is that he wanted ice magic, and he had a vague idea of somebody using ice magic to stop a battalion of tanks. And that's all he had, and he was really struggling to push past that. Now, this was actually before I had really hammered out some of my process, so I wasn't able to help him. This was years ago. And he didn't have enough of a seed crystal, and he might have been trying to start with the magic system when he needed to start with a different angle of approach. Hey, quick break. Just want to say, if you are enjoying this video, please do take a second to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It helps tremendously, and that's all I've got. So back to the content. Also, if you don't have a seed crystal, it can be really, really difficult to explain and summarize your magic system. If you don't know what the core of it is, it's kind of like the log line or the elevator pitch for your magic system. If you don't know the elevator pitch for your book, it's complicated. If you don't know the seed crystal for your magic system, it's complicated. And if just hearing that it's complicated is not going to grab most people's interest. So there's a lot of value to it. Where I find the most value in it, honestly, is it helps through the entire rest of the process as you're building your magic system. Because if you're ever getting confused or disinterested or just kind of apathetic, you have a thing that you can return to that you were once excited about. And if you identify it and get it written down, a lot of times returning to it can get you excited about it again. And that is incredibly valuable. And if you return and it doesn't get you excited, then Maybe you need a new one, or maybe you just need to put that on hold and try something else. But when you do have a good seed crystal, just like a good pitch for your book, it makes people perk up a little bit. It helps things snap into place and helps things come together a lot faster. So just a couple of examples. So with the Steelheart series by Brandon Sanderson, the magic system is, the seed crystal is pretty simple, and it's something he mentioned in some interviews and some talks. Is the idea is that people start getting superpowers, but all the people that get superpowers are villains. That's the seed crystal. And really what it is kind of a hidden thing that it turned into, minor spoilers, is that the superpowers turn you into a villain. So people start getting superpowers, and using their powers turns them into a villain. So that was his seed crystal that he worked from a lot. We know superpowers, broad gamut of things, and then the whole part of it turning anybody into a villain just spirals into world building, storytelling, and plot and characters, and on and on and on. Things start snapping into place all around that. So there, and then there's the standard one that I give, right, which is my viral magic, which one day I will write a story with it in it. But it's just the seed crystal is just that magical virus strains grant unique powers, and these powers are the most potent when the host is most sick. So that's the seed crystal there. Others from the Spells and Specialists include things like the Farcanes that we did with Navarre Bartz. Humanity has discovered a new energy quanta, allowing people, creatures, and places to act as electrodes in magical batteries. Or the one we did with Moya McTeer, saying with the Personal Suns that magical potential forms into miniature stars that determine the nature of a person or creature's magic. So, yeah, that's what seed crystals are. That's why they're useful, and there's a couple of examples. And that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was interesting. As always, you can leave questions in the comments below. I'm also going to leave some links in the description, so if you have some questions you want me to address in any of my live Q&As, or you have topics that you would like me to cover in these kind of live conversations, you can click those links, fill out the forms, and I will potentially cover your topic in one of these future live stream / video recordings. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you everybody for being so supportive in this kind of shift in format from what I was doing and what I would honestly prefer to do. So thank you again, and whatever you do, make sure that you keep writing and stay awesome.